But unfortunately, I have a PS5 that is on the verge of death. Yeah, but I mean, we've got 12 drivers here tonight. Penultimate round, Yubi Show 10 points ahead of Kev Roski. They're looking like the main two to fight for the titles. Everyone else kind of has dropped significantly out of it, so it's looking like it's become a 2-horse race now. Right now, I'm excited. Sets the pace at the moment. Who is on a lap right now? Barry, maybe? Tony's invalidated. A lot of invalidations, which is kind of expected for Canada. That is me. So I think Ryan Berry is on a lap, so we'll go stay on board with Ryan Berry. Man of many mixed fortunes last week in Miami. At stages he was leading the championship and then it all crumbled for him, unfortunately. See if he can make amends this week. Navigates turn 10 hairpin well. He's going to get a bit of a slipstream effect here from the Mercedes up ahead, which will be nice. Minor, but it will still affect him. He's now just looking at this crucial Wallet Champion chicane. Very easy to ruin your lap here. He's going to be cautious here, which is expected. First run, he's very cautious through the World Championship chicane. He just wants a lap time on the board. Cross the line at 12 flat. Tony we're on board with now. He's on a lap. He invalidated his first run, so bit wear on the sides, but he has enough fuel to go around, so may as well stick a lap time on the board. Going out with 8 and 9. I think that's Stephen, who's had an issue off not the chicane, the hairpin. It's got number 43.0 for Tony, slightly quicker than his teammate Ryan Berry. Slow with the throttle. There, looking ahead. DRS, he might get a bit from the Aston Martin, probably not, just being a bit too far ahead. Now, is he going to be aggressive on the chicane, or is he just going to, he's going to guarantee a lap here? Lap here as well, a bit better than Ryan Berry did. Didn't have to kind of slow mid chicane, so he's going to probably be ahead of his teammate. No, he's just behind. I stand corrected. Kevrovski's invalidated already. He must have done it this and X. Xavier's also invalidates. Anyone else on a lap? Doesn't look like it. Anyway, looks like everyone's on in laps. Oh, Stephen maybe is on a lap. Currently in P3. 4 tenths off M excited returning and put himself at the front spot. Place he's used to being qualifying. Unfortunately, he struggled to convert those poles. Or strong qualifying. Says, yeah, I think Stephen is out. And Ryan, though, he might be on a lap. He's only slightly down and he's invalidated off the chicane as I join him. Apologies for that, and Ryan, I have cursed you. And it looks like no one's on a lap right now. Acorn is on an out lap. He'll be starting one soon. A few cars getting together at the hairpin. Did Kev Ruskin, one of the Ferraris, have a moment there? They both kind of went off there. Kind of interesting. Here comes about Stars lap, so we'll get our first full lap anyway. We'll get on board lap with the Red Bull. As long as he navigates the chicane well, he can disconnect if he do it wrong, but navigates as well. On the trial now, we'll be on board for lap with Acorn. Bit traffic, he'll need to navigate here. You want to cut that turn 1 and turn 2. You're just patient with the trawl. You don't want to spin out the rear or catch the rear in poor ways. He navigates as well. Coming up to turn 3 and turn 4, Sebastian Vettel corner. Easy to cut there, but he's navigated well. Now doing these quick successive corners, but you come into this hard braking zone of turn 7. Again, navigate well, patient with the throttle here. You don't want to have a spin here. Second DRS zone here. Mercedes gets well out of his way there. Coming now into turn 9 and 10. I kind of forget the corner numbers at this stage, unfortunately, because I circled the count. Coming up now to the hairpin. He's a 43.3, so slightly down on the likes of Tony and Ryan Berry. So he might, if he attacks the chicane, he might get a bit of time. They were very cautious this game. Open up your third and final DRS here. You'll actually open it again, because technically, yeah, so he's got one more DRS activation zone to come. straight after the chicane. He's going to take a bit more speed there, navigates above. Slight unsettling on the curve, but he's going to come to the line, hug the wall here, coming to the line, and it's a 12-2 just behind the Ferraris. Yuli Show, championship leader, 10 points advantage. Looks a bit slow, 43.6 through the middle sector, and he's gone a bit deep, bit of a lock up on the rears, it seems like, for Yuli Show through the hairpin. Very easy to lock up into that hairpin, to be fair though. Ryan Berry is on 6 laps on the soft, so is Stevens, so they might be just getting some wear, figure out the wear, but strategies Yuli Show very much almost went into the wall of champions. I mean, it would be a good sign for his championship if he did put himself in the wall of champions in qualifying, but for his qualifying he did not want to do that. I'm excited. He's looking to open up his gap. He's almost 2 tenths up. He's looking to get into the 110s. In this episode, got a few cars to navigate here that I think they're all on laps. He's almost half a second up. He's looking to put a marker down here. He's currently got just over 2 tenths advantage on Speedway Racer. He's looking to extend that, even though he's going to get a bit of slipstream off the Aston Martin on the out lap. Get any effect he can. How hard is he going to attack this chicane here? The World Championship chicane, very easy to validate, but he's navigated it beautifully. He's going to keep himself tight to the right hand wall. There's a small little turn before you get to the line, and he's put himself at 10.5, 8 tenths clear of the field. He's almost a second clear of third, which is O'Stephen, who is still out on those softs. Very interesting. Karowski, P2 in the championship, yet to put a lap in. You show the slowest of those who put a lap in, but he's ahead of his championship rival. Oh, I guess turn 7, not his friend there. Well, that covered a bit too much. That's going to cost him a bit of time. Momentum also for this second DRS straight. This very early there. Possibly that's where he actually, that was where he invalidated the last time. So just ensuring he gets the lap in. He'll have time to go around, get in the pits, get new tyres, and do another lap. So he's just guaranteeing himself a lap. There could be a few who don't get a lap in, especially if he puts himself ahead of Yuli Show. Yuli Show makes an error in his last run. That would be big for him. Kevroski though, he just got the World Championship chicane to navigate. Bit cautious there, but bit unsettled. Also the rear especially. Coming to the line, hooking it to the right. He's put himself P2. That's a banker. That's timing that. I don't think that's 7 tenths, but Karowski looking to, he's making it clear this championship is not over. Well, Stevens driving till the tires explode, it seems like. Tony, I think he's on a lap here. Well, championship, yeah, he is. He's going to finish this one tight on the exit there. He's not getting well. He's not going tight to the wall though, which is interesting. Crosses the line. Improvement of time, but not position. 11.8. Yeah, it's invalidated. Sabi, we're currently in a Mercedes sandwich. Sabi and J. Pedro yet to put a time on the board. Sabi, he's going to get a slipstream from his teammate. Team play at Aston Martin is happening here, even though Alpine pretty much have the constructors wrapped. 100-point lead for them. They still want to help each other out here. NA9 gets a slipstream, a small bit from his teammate. Was a bit deep off turn 8 though. That's going to hurt him. That's going to probably mitigate any of the advantage he gained with that slipstream. 43.9, a bit off the pace here. Still got the final sector to go. If he absolutely nails the World Championship chicane, he can put himself up significantly. Actually no, I mixed them up. Sabi and NA9, my bad. Kevroski was giving his opposition some slipstream. My mistake. I've mistaken for NA9. As it was actually NA9 giving a slipstream. My bad. Sabi though coming to the line. What is he going to set? It's a 13.1. Yes, he should have time to go around. He'll be tight going around. Again, Tony into the pit. I think everyone. Really sure. Always invalidated. And that's his lap. That's a lap. He's gonna back out of this. But he's already used some tires as a spin for Speedway Racer. I've been coming out of the pits. It's a new tire warming technique in McLaren, I believe. Not sure how effective it is, but May as well try it. Just waiting for nearly sure. We're assuming he's going to be pointing out a lap. He's going to be. If he pits, he won't be able to come out again. So Ulisho championship leader, he's P10 right now. His championship rival is P2. So as things stand, Kevin takes the lead. The championship runs up on around. But here we go, Ulisho, the championship leader. I mean, he has won races starting from the back a couple times this season. So his qualifying performance is not something you need to look at, but still, his one lap pace needs to be looked at here. He wants to be as close to Kevin as he can. He's a 10th up for the first sector. He needs a lot more improvement here. Rides the curve of 7. He's going to unsettle the car there, but he seemed to navigate it well. DRS open. He's only got a Ferrari to potentially navigate. Might not even need to navigate the Ferrari. He's got a bit deep off 8 and 9. Lucky not to spin or invalidate there. Could have easily lost the car there. So he's still got the foot down. He's a second. He's over a second and a quarter off. This could be putting him ahead of Kevin. One last sector to go, 2 more corners to go, but they're the 2 most crucial on this lap. Nothing in front of him. He's had no traffic to navigate. It's been Ulisho on his own. World Championship Kane, how's he going to navigate it? Navigate as well, very tight with the wall, no margin left there. Coming to the line, and he's pumped himself P2 ahead of Kevin, crucially. And Barry is. Who's next? I think it is Ryan Berry. He's invalidated, so Ryan Berry's 8th at best. Speedway racer, he's backed out there. He's going to be set. Gonna go on board with Kev Roski, the P2 man in the championship. He's just been overtaken by Ulisho. 3 attempts he needs to find to get ahead of his championship rival. He's coming into this race 10 points behind. He starts his final lap here in P3 with his rival just ahead of him. What can Kev do in his final lap around the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve? Needs to make sure he's within the track limits, but needs to make sure he's gaining that time there. Navigates 3 and 4 very well. 5, 6, 7 now. He's down. He needs to find 4 attempts now in these last 2 sectors to overtake his championship rival. Coming down for this back straight here with the DRS. Looking at 8 and 9 here. This is where he invalidated on his first lap. He's going to be more committed here. Looks committed there. Very much more committed. A bit wide on the second apex, but he's navigated well. Wasn't cautious there. But he's even more down. And he's backed out of it. Kev Roski will start behind his championship rival. And O'Stephen could be getting ahead of him. Is anyone else on a good lap here? M. Ryan's getting a massive slipstream here. He's got a massive advantage. Kev Roski just ahead of him. Kev Roski will finish it. M. Ryan. Where can M. Ryan put? He's gone a bit shaky off the chicane. Where's he going to go? Only P5. Oh, Stephen, he's almost 4 attempts up. He's looking to get ahead of Kev Roski. He's looking to put himself between his teammate and Kev Roski, which will be crucial in the championship. Alpine, the all but crowned Constructors Championship, are looking to do the team job here. MXI extends his advantage, but we're focusing on the championship battle. Can O'Stephen put a car between Kev Roski and Ulisho coming to the line? Where's he going to put? He puts a P3. He puts a car between himself, between Ulisho and Kev Roski. How crucial is that going to be in the championship? So MXI takes a comfortable pole here in Canada. Ulisho P2, O'Stephen P3, Kev Roski P4, Tony 5th, Speedway Races 6th, M. Ryan 7th, Ryan Berry 8th, Acorn 9th, NA 9 10th, Sabi 11th, and J. Pedro did not sell a lap. Did he have a race ban? I don't think I saw him come out. But that is that for qualifying. 35 laps to come. So now we wait for them to get the strategy ready. It looks like a dry race anyway, which is good. This way now. Setups, strategy, fuel. There's not much you can change setups. Only really tire pressure, differential, brake balance, and front wing. Most of it, which apart from front wing, you can change in the car. Front wing will have to be changed in the pace, but brake pressure. Once you start the race, you're set on the brake pressure, the tire pressure. Yeah, that's it. Tire pressure is set on, so. Of course, Canada being one of those unique circuits where the pole sitter will have the inside line into turn 1, which makes it even more difficult for P2, which may hurt Ulicho. Of course, he has, which actually makes it even more crucial for us even to get ahead of Kevrosky, as that puts Kevrosky on the outside line for turn 1. Could have seen a move by Kevrosky into turn 1 if he was directly behind and had the inside line. So even just shows even more how crucial it was for us even to get that P3 ahead. Apparently someone is an absolute clown. Still waiting for the guys to ready up and get us going. I think we still have a formation lap to come till we get going. Here we go. Formation lap to come. So now it's another 2 minutes till we get going. Another 2 minutes of just thinking about what you could have done in qualifying, figure out what you can do in the race, or just have 2 minutes of just having the mind blank. I'm excited it gets us away for the first lap before. So I need to put the tyres on. And it's almost unanimous except for M. Ryan and Sabi on the hards. Everyone else on the mediums. "35 laps of the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve to come before we decide who wins here in VSL Tier 2. And see if we can decide a championship. And Ryan Berry have collided on the formation lap. That is not what you want to do, as that is going to put them back on the grid spot and give them nice cold tyres, especially in a race that has a start as tight as Canada. And then Ryan being on the hards, he may as well have put himself in as much of a disadvantage as he could, because you cannot choose inters or wets off the start in these conditions. But here we go. Guys now lining themselves up in their grid positions. We already got 2 cars set up in the grid positions. So we now J. Pedro at the back. Watch out for him coming through the field. But the eyes are at the front. Yuli Show. Ooh, I thought that was Yuli Show and missed the spot. As I think Tony has pulled a Giancarlo Fisichella from all those times ago. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're away in Canada. That's a brilliant start for him. Excited. He's going to cut off any attack by Yuli Show. Will O'Stephen try to attack on his teammate? He is going to launch one on his teammate. No team wars Alpine by the looks of things. They're going to go wheel to wheel through turn 2. Yellow flag in the background. Tony spun around, but we're still wheel to wheel. O'Stephen takes the P2 off his teammate. Now Kevrovsky is right behind his championship rival. Yeah, Tony's got caught up in an in the background. We're not clean there as we got wheel to wheel between Acorn and NA9. NA9 goes around the outside of turn 7 there. Acorn unsells up on the curve, so NA9 will have that P8. Meanwhile, the front is a 1 second lead for M. Excited, who's pulling away here from O. Stephen, who had that inside line and took advantage of it. He just took advantage of it on his championship contending teammate, as Kevrovsky's now got his championship rival in his sights. But 1 second for him Excited. That is a good start for him. All of that was aided due to the wheel-to-wheel battle between the 2 Alpines. Spear Racers having half a look. He's pulled out a bit of the slipstream of Kevrovsky. But we finished the first lap here. Still with 12 cars running. Fortunately, as there's going to be wheel to wheel between Spear Racer and Kevrovsky. Spear Racer is trying to put a car between the 2 championship rivals. Will he be successful? He's an inside line for turn 2 and looks to have it done. But will Kevrovsky set one around turn 4? No, Spear Racer puts his car on the apex to prevent that from happening. So Really Show can relax a bit. It's not his championship rival behind it, but he will look to pull away a bit. Kevrovsky looking to immediately get back up into P4, pulling out a bit, almost into a wall actually there. Probably not going to set one here, and he is not. Will he throw one into the hairpin? As we get suggested strategies. As Kevrovsky is underfueled his car, so he's going to need some safety cars to make it to the end. Make his car lighter. It's not worked out for him, and he's lost a position. I'm excited pulling out that DRS. Yuli Show slowly gaining on his teammate. Spear Racer takes the fastest lap of the race. Here, Yuli Show looking to get ahead of his teammate. Acorn and J. Pedro going wheel to wheel by looks of things here on turn 2. Acorn ahead of the Haas. But big gap between them and NA9, so they clearly fighting intensely. Kevrovsky though, he's keen on getting this move. We're in a bit of an O'Stephen train at the moment. Is it going to be a swap between the Alpines? Or is O'Stephen going to just go, I'd like to be the lead Alpine for once. Thank you very much. This race develops. M. Ryan on the hards, struggling to stay in the DRS, just marginally in it. As MXI must have had an issue because he's lost a bit of time. Has that put O'Stephen in the DRS? It's not, so O'Stephen may be vulnerable here to his teammate who have 2 helpers in DRS because it's a double detection point there. Depends on the run. Yuli Show gets off the chicane, bit deep there, but how is he probably going to burn it and try and get up to P2 because O'Steve is now in the DRS of MXI. And the fastest lap for him, Kevroski says the fastest lap also. Yulisho almost into the back of his teammate there. That could have been catastrophic for the Alpines. That would have almost certainly ended in damage for Yulisho and a spin for O'Steve. He had to pull out massively. Doesn't lose a position from it though, fortunately. Yeah, MXI looking like he's just got a really good Sector 1 car because he's pulled away again out the DRS of O'Steven. Yulisho needs to get this move done. He's moving a bit on the straight there. Trying to just get in the mirrors of his teammate. For the Alpine mirror with Alpine. Kavrovski's just biding his time. Waiting for the say, he's doing a bit of lifting coaster early days. So he was under fuel briefly, so he will need to do some lifting coasting if there's no safety car. But right now, Yulisho's going to coast by his teammate back up into P2. As here comes Kevroski on Speedway Racer. Yulisho gets the move done and Kevroski goes, anything you can do I can match. Up into P4. As now there's going to be some defense needed by O'Steve to help his teammate. How long can he keep that Aston Martin behind him? Yulisho pulling away from his teammate. He wants to take the lead quickly here. Might be leaving his teammate vulnerable here to an attack with two fast cars right behind him. Okay. We'll see if he will still have DRS. We'll see if he try to get back past his teammate. J Pedro and NA9. J Pedro ahead of the Aston Martin now. Will there be a send by NA9 into the hairpin? J Pedro's gone defensive. Yellow flag. It's Sabi's out. Is that a safety car? It is a safety car. The first of the night. NA9 almost steams into the back of the Haas. Now, will anyone pit here? Because 2-stopping is a viable strategy. Looks like most are staying out. Kevroski just following Yulisho. Ryan Berry's gonna pit. Looks like Acorn will come in also. Will Tony come in? He is. He's gonna back up a bit here. Not as bad as last week. Ryan Berry's gone to the softs. Acorn hards. Can he get those to the end? I would say no. Same with Tony. But 2-stopping is definitely a doable strategy around here. Ryan Berry definitely 2-stopping. Acorn and Tony will struggle to complete a 2-stop. First time today, we've got the safety car. Sabi losing off turn 9. Probably did a replica of what George Russell did in real life. And just caught the curb and flew into the barrier. Easy to do. That is a massive sausage curb, which is basically a skateboard ramp. So yeah, probably another lap more will be stuck behind the safety car. Yulisho, as things stands, will be extended his championship lead. As Yulisho's into the pits, hold on here. Yulisho is gambling here on a strategy. Very interesting. He waited one more lap. He's gone onto the medium, so he's definitely 2-stopping. He's decided to go different to Kevroski. J Pedro also waited a lap before pitting. So interesting strategy. Yulisho drops himself to P10. Commits to a 2-stop. Kevroski is on P3 as things stand. So interesting strategy. You would think if someone was to take the gamble, it would be Kevroski, but Yulisho's taking a gamble on the 2-stop working. 6 lap fresh tires, but he's behind Ryan Berry, Acorn and Tony, who've also on fresh tires. Of course, Acorn and Tony on the hard, so it shouldn't be difficult to pass, but Ryan Berry, expect him to be shooting up the field. Safety car should be in this lap. We should get it after the hairpin, the message. I'm excited. Who has been leading comfortably this race? He's got to navigate a safety car restart. Yeah. Backing up the pack already. Let the safety car go ahead. Let's wait for him to put a foot down. What will O'Stephen send? Well, Kev Rusky try to get the positions. Seeing Yulisho in 10th. A strategic decision which we'll only know if it's worked out or not come the checker flag for Yulisho. I'm excited, backing up the pack decently here. Acorn and Tony have been swapping positions a lot behind the safety car. Notice that. I'm excited is proper backing up the pack. Coming up now through the chicane, and he's going. How well is he caught? He's opened up a decent gap to. Oh, see if Kevrosky has been caught sleeping, but most people have been caught sleeping here by the looks of it. No one looks to be saying to make a move. Maybe J Pedro on Yulisho. Hold on here. Will there be a send by J Pedro? No. Biba Racer looking at Kevrosky. Gonna get past him again. Looks all clean from the safety car restart. Will Biba Racer send one? No. Ryan Berry, he needs to get use of those softs quickly. Of course, he saw in qualifying, he was testing out some softs. J Pedro's ahead of Yulisho. Yulisho is not scoring anymore. Ryan Berry looking to get this P6 off the Aston Martin, and he does, up to P6. Next on the list is M. Ryan for the Ferrari. Pretty much, the gaps are pretty much exactly the same. Never mind that, M. Excited has had a half spin off the hairpin. Oh, Stephen takes the lead. Kevrosky up the P2. Speedway Race is looking to get ahead of M. Excited. M. Excited's had a moment off the hairpin. He's pulled out. He's struggling with something there. He must have just had a half spin and just caught it weird. As I think Stephen's gone around. No, he somehow catches the car, but Kevrosky into the lead. This lap is going perfectly for the championship chaser. Speedway Race is going to send one on O'Stephen. O'Stephen has that inside line for turn 2. Will he get on traction? Getting a bit squirrely there, so they're going to still race. Speedway Race is going to get up into P2. It's gone wrong for Alpine. Kevrosky leads. Yulisho doesn't score. M. Excited into the wall. Massive crash for him. Is this going to be a safety car? He's somehow got no damage from that. I'm sorry, what? M. Excited's car is made of indestructible material, confirmed. You know, Kevrosky is running down the field. M. Excited though. How was he not DNF'd from that? Let alone not got damage. Here comes Ryan Berry on M. Ryan. Ryan on Ryan. Is he going to send one on O'Stephen? No, he might try it on the back straight. He's burnt that barrier completely. He's even burning it through the hairpin, which is very interesting to see. Here he comes. I think Tony and NA9 have had a moment in the background. They're both in the wall. Is this going to be a safety car? Ryan Berry up to P3, right behind the McLaren of Speedway Racer. He almost puts it into the wall, off the wall of champions, but keeps it going. DRS enabled. I don't think he needs it, but here we go. Yulisho up to PA. And then into the pits with M. Excited. So M. Excited actually did get damaged there. M. Excited's retired from the session. Double DNF for Mercedes. Yulisho 3 seconds. Ryan 3 seconds. That could come to haunt him. He's not making progress on those mediums also. Is Yulisho, while Kevrosky is blowing down the field. Here comes Ryan Berry though, down the inside of Speedway Race up to P2. Ryan Berry is looking to take the lead of this race. He's made use of his soft tyres. Here comes J Pedro. It's looking like a free wide moment here. Yulisho's involved. He needs to be careful. Send one down the inside of M. Ryan. He's going to try it on J Pedro. J Pedro on the softs though. Will be difficult as J Pedro just gets way better on there. But here comes Speed Racer back for more into P2 once again. He's not letting Ryan Berry go ahead. This is just helping Kevrovsky. It just helps us. Speed Racer gets a double dosing of DRS there. Here comes J Pedro going up to P5 ahead of Acorn. Show stuck in P7. Needs to start clearing some cars quicker. See the gap between him. He is 6.5 seconds behind Kevrovsky. And the longer this goes on, the more happens. O'Stephen seems to be dropping out of this fight for the podium. DRS open for Ryan Berry. He's going to be too far back to make a repeat of the move he did last lap. But he's just going to set it up. He's going to have the double dosing of DRS this time, which is what cost him the last time. He's going to be a bit more patient. As here comes Yuli Show. Is he going to try to make a move on Acorn? He kind of needs it. He can't let the field get away from him, but he just doesn't send one. He's being a bit cautious here. We'll go back on board with Ryan Berry. He's probably going to get a move here. Easy enough for him. DRS open. Easy move. He's derailing though, which is going to hurt him. But Yuli Show needs to get this move done. Acorn pulls out of the slipstream, edges ahead before the chicane. Yuli Show up to P6, but that 3-second penalty will hurt him. Will drop him behind Acorn, but you're expecting to pull away. Fastest lap for Ryan Berry. 1.3 seconds. He's absolutely had a chomp at that lead. As I think actually Kevrovsky's had an issue because he seemed very slow there. I think he's had a mistake off turn 2, and this will put Ryan Berry in DRS, it seems like. So this could lead to Ryan Berry taking the lead of the race. J Pedro though, another driver who's on the softs and making a meal of the field. He's looking to get another move. He's looking to get ahead of O'Stephen, looking to no longer be the filling in an Alpine sandwich, but just isn't in the position to do it there. But move for the lead is about to come here, I think. And Berry will have the DRS on Kevrovsky. Kevrovsky probably will not be able to defend this. Moves out before the DRS. Ryan Berry will take the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix. The stock strategy paying off for him now. But Kevrovsky isn't letting this go easy. He's going to send one down the inside into hairpin. That'd be very bold. J Pedro ahead of O'Stephen. Will he just get out of the way? J Pedro, 3-second time penalty. O'Stephen almost pushed his teammate into the wall. Yuli Show up into P5. It's going to be a straight battle between Yuli Show and J Pedro for positions, both of them on a 3-second time penalty. Meanwhile, Ryan Berry already pulling out of the DRS of Kevrovsky. Kevrovsky falling into the clutches of Speed Racer, and you're going to expect actually Speed Racer has a moment off turn 4. So never mind that. J Pedro though, that's probably going to be the main concern right now, as Yuli Show's almost onto the back of his championship rival again, despite only a few laps ago Kevrovsky was leading and Yuli Show was out of the points. As again a moment for Speed Racer, this could lead to a send from J Pedro. He's going to need to wait for the DRS line. Looks like they're playing the DRS game here. Who has it? J Pedro will take P3, but I think Speed Racer will have the DRS. As no, it's J Pedro, so J Pedro will regain that P3 pretty quickly again. Back up to P3 now. Will the usual follow suit again? He's kind of just been following in the footsteps. So J Pedro, these last couple laps, slides through the chicane. He's got the DRS now. He's burning the ERS. Is he going to send one on the McLaren? McLaren D-Ray is going to go down the inside into turn 1. But he's got a bit deep there. Is that going to send Speed Racer through again? No, it does not. He'll show up to P3, 2 positions behind his championship rival. He's trying his best to get back in the DRS of Ryan Berry. Ryan Berry's softs seem to be going a bit off now, so we could see Kevrovsky really taking the lead very soon here, as he does have DRS. We must see him get ahead of J Pedro soon. We could be seeing Kevrovsky and Hugo being 1 and 2 very soon here, just with the tyres going off. Hugo will have 6 fresher tyres than his championship rival. It's a lock up for Kevroski. That hurts him. Jay Pedro rides the curve a bit though. No DRS of Kevroski, so he might be in a bit of bother here. Jay Pedro burning the DRS, but Kevroski burnt the ERS, and that's helps him survive this time round. Yulisho very close to getting the podium. No moves this time. Top 4 within DRS of each other. Here comes Acorn on O'Steven. Doesn't get the move. Entered that unfortunately. Kevroski once again dropping out of the DRS range. He's very poor for this first sector, it seems like. Jay Pedro's pushing him through these next couple corners. Jay Pedro might have this move done on this straight here. DRS on board the Haas. He's gaining. Is he going to send one? No, backs out a bit early. Needs to be careful with Yulisho though. Yulisho could just send one. So I think we're going to see Jay Pedro put another dive bomb into the hairpin here. Backs out again. Doesn't want to make the mistake. Well, he did make this mistake, but doesn't want to risk what he did with Speed Racer with the DRS. It's going to make it a more guaranteed move here. DRS open on the Haas. Pulls out the DRS of Kevroski. And Jay Pedro should be off the P2. Are we going to see Yulisho ahead of his championship rival there? Nose to tail now. Here he comes now. The 3-second time penalty may hurt him though. But right now he's going to pull down the inside line. And Yulisho is ahead of Kevroski. Up into P3. We're only half race distance though, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I don't know. It's a good or a bad thing. I'm not too sure. But half race distance, this show has looked to make the strategy call work. Jay Pedro now looking to lead this race. Yeah, DRS on board the Haas. We've got so much more Barry to play with also. Kevroski dropping a bit off. His tires are gone. I'm actually surprised Jay Pedro's hasn't gone off. Ryan Barry's having signs of wear on them. Yulisho should be in the best position tire wise. But Jay Pedro has just been managing his tires a bit more decently, it seems like. And we should be seeing right now the Haas take the lead. Kevroski really struggling on those meters. Won't be surprised to see him in this lap. But now Jay Pedro will be taking the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix after starting in last. He leads this Grand Prix. Kevroski still stays out. He's dropping off massively. Here comes Yulisho on Ryan Berry. Puts himself in P2. Puts a car between him and his championship rival. And he might be looking to retake the lead. Straight battle for the lead between these two due to the time penalties. But in Canada, expect a lot of time penalties because it is very easy to breach track limits on this track. Acorn proves my point there by getting himself a 3-second time penalty. So though, in the DRS, he might be waiting a bit. Similar enough ERS game. Ryan Berry needs to save some ERS. Kevroski needs to change his tires because he is dropping off massively. But he might get put in traffic. That is probably his worry. Ryan Berry a bit of a lock up there on the brakes. Jay Pedro still looking like the fastest car here. Despite being on 10 lap old softs. Surely the crossover comes at lap 10, if not earlier. But Jay Pedro seems to just be managing them well. As into the pits comes Kevroski. He gets it himself down the speed limit. Anyway, very easy to speed here. Where does Kevroski come out? That's a crucial question. He's not going to get ahead of Tony and Speedway Racer. Speedway Racer actually is going to perform an undercut here. To not notice this, but I think he's going to have it's going to be tight. Kevroski needs to get ahead of Tony, but he hasn't. He's not got ahead of Tony. And Tony doesn't have to pit again. He does get himself a 3-second time penalty though. Only 3 drivers yet to pick up penalties here, which may be crucial when all is said and done. Still only half race distance. But here comes Kierovsky, needs to get this move done now. Spear is going to follow suit though. He might. Oh, 3-1 contact! More contact! Tony sent off the track there. 3-second time penalty for corner going 3 wide through there is just not happening. That could have been crucial. Jay Pedro into the pits. Kierovsky goes a bit deep. Has he got damage to his wing? Speed Racer is going to get ahead of Kierovsky by the looks of things here. If he hooks around the outside but doesn't, very difficult place to do an overtake. Jay Petro's going to have a comfortable advantage on Kierovsky as Tony. Tony Speedway Racer is going to go round the outside. Outside becomes the inside for turn 2, but what's his traction like? Kierovsky sees that the bare traction. Kierovsky will keep that position, but that's not what he needs. He can't be fighting to defend. He can't be defending. He needs to be getting the offense on. He's got a 7-second gap to Jay Pedro. He's lost out massively here. Really Show is loving what he's seeing. Kierovsky round 2 here. Will this be cleaner here? Is he going to go for the move here? Doesn't look like it. Lifts off a bit. Is he going to send one? He needs to get this move done. Tony's going really defensive here. Here comes Speedway Race. It's going to be 3 wide into the hairpin potentially. Speedway Race is going to try and hook one around the outside, but just can't get the traction. Kierovsky's gone for the tight line here. He needs this move now for any chance of this race. Goes down the inside line. Looks at it. Tony is very much all over the place here. Here goes Speedway Race on Tony. I think Tony into the pits might be an issue with Tony. He's very all over the place. Might be an issue, especially with his approach to the pin lane. He's very cautious in. Kierovsky is ahead, but he's got Speedway Race to worry about. Speedway Race almost puts himself on the wall. Jay Pedro looking to pull a massive uppercut here. On Show. I'm just going to run to the bathroom in a bit of a low period. I'm going to come back and there'll be a safety guard project. I have had my mic muted the whole time. Oh my god. How long have I had my mic muted? Oh my god, I must have tapped it when I went to the bathroom. Anyway. Track. Oh my god, my mic was muted the whole time. Oh my god, my mic was muted the whole time. Oh my sweet Jesus, I tapped my... Because this mic, if you brush off it, it mutes because it's an Elgato. And I brushed off it clearly at some points. Oh dear. Oh dear. Kev Rusky wins. Since just before the second safety car. So when I came back from the bathroom, I tapped it when I sat down. Oh. Anyway, Kev Rusky wins from Yuli's show to shorten the championship lead to 4 points going into the final round. Acorn takes the podium in the end. Ryan Berry takes 4th. O'Stephen 5th. NA9 6th. Ryan 7th. Speed Y Racer 8th. We lost Jay Pedro with a couple laps to go, but I think he'll still get points. Tony, MXI, and Sabi unfortunately ended the race prematurely. This could be a long one due to track limits. But there we go. Despite the fact no one could hear me, we had a thrilling end to the race where Kev Rusky won because he obeyed track limits and he got the fastest lap. So there'll be 4 points separating Kev Rusky and Yuli Show going into the final round. Still depending on what happens to Brazil. My mic will be on next week, hopefully. Whether that's a good or bad thing, we will find out. But until then, see you next week in Vegas.